Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Hey, today we got a little tutorial on mulching, and Dad will go over a few tips and tricks on how we like to do mulching. Watch out for that pitchfork.
Yeah.
Looks a little dangerous.
Yeah.
So we're gonna show you how to mulch the garden. Hope you like it. Here we go. So first, obviously, you gotta get your
Mulch.
material. Why do you like straw? What is this anyways? It's wheat straw?
Yeah, this is wheat straw. It's just, it didn't have a lot of bad weed seeds in it. And it doesn't have any bad herbicides sprayed on it like hay does a lot of times. You got to really be careful with using hay for mulch.
Now you mean alfalfa hay, yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of farmers put spray on it that will really hurt your garden.
It's spray for what?
I don't
Weeds?
know what they use it for. Probably for
Pests?
grasses in there, or maybe broadleaf or something. I'm not sure what they use it for. But yeah, it can. If you have the half plants that the leaves start to curl and get all funny at the top and turn yellow, and that's usually the
Indicator
herbicide damage.
you have some bad alfalfa hay.
Yeah.
Mulch.
So
Okay.
straw's cheap. It's easy to put on. And it doesn't have those bad weed seeds in it. You might get some wheat coming up here and there, but we like to use old stuff. As you can see here in this pile, it's gotten wet, and so any seeds that are in there is pretty much germinated and just rotted away.
Because it's been left outside and gotten moist. And
yeah, it's gotten all rained on for a year or two.
so that when you put it on your garden as mulch, it doesn't start planting a bunch of wheat and come up with a bunch of weeds.
Yeah.
That's great. Good to know.
So here we go. It'd be nice if the pile wasn't so far away from the garden, but that's what we got to work with here.
Keeps you young that way.
or makes you old. Okay, let's just do this one here, I guess.
We're going to do an example bed here so you can see how Dad mulches the garden. How much do you try to get on there?
Oh, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3, 4 inches, whatever. It'll be thicker in some places and thinner in other places. Just
Should you do different amounts for different climates?
Yeah, you can put more on if it's colder area, but here we don't get really that terribly cold usually. So just put enough on so the soil is covered and you don't have bare soil showing for the winter time. And those little microbes and bugs down there will just thrive on all that good stuff, decomposing plant material.
This is the right way to garden. And so in the springtime, you don't remove it, do you?
You just pull it aside and plant your seed, and then pull it back up around the base of the plants if you want. So yeah, it just helps keep weeds down too, control the weeds, and feeds your soil at the same time.
Feeds those worms.
And you can see there's that volunteer lettuce, nice red lettuce plant there. I'm just going to mulch around that so we can leave that growing for a while yet before we can harvest that. Here it gets a little bit bigger. So just poke some of this around there, and maybe I'll just do it by hand just to get it in there. Like that. Pull it right up around there. And there.
We'll keep it warmer too, eh?
Yeah,
Well, the decomposing matter.
and that's just a little bit more here. And dump the rest on there. go and get another load.
All right.
That's what we do until the whole garden's pretty much covered.
So is there any other things tips and tricks you would add to this? You don't really put it out into your pathways. You have bark, or no, you have wood.
The wood sawdust.
In the pathways.
So yeah, I suppose if you live in a place where you had a lot of high winds, you could maybe have to throw some netting or chicken wire or something there to hold it down so it doesn't just blow everywhere.
Yeah.
But once the rain gets on it and kind of mats it down, it doesn't really go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good about not blowing around.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think that's about all there is to mulching. In springtime, just pull it away and plant your seeds. And
now, you don't like to do cover crop, and a cover crop is another crop of another plant that you would put on it during the wintertime to try to fix nitrogen or kind of protect the soil. What's your opinions on cover crops?
Cover crops just doesn't work for the way I garden because a lot of them don't winter kill, and if they don't winter kill, you've got to deal with them in the springtime, and you're trying to get crops in the ground early as you can, and so those plants are in your way. You've got live plants in your ground, and what are you going to do with them? It just slows you down. You got to wait for them to die down, or you got to till them, and we don't do any tilling. That just destroys everything, and so that's why I just never found cover crops to work for me. There may be some that winter kill that possibly would work into your schedule, but it just hasn't worked for me at all, so I don't bother with it.
So by winter kill, you mean that it dies off in the winter?
Yeah, it dies off, it's done.
And then it would provide a layer of, plant material?
Yeah,
to protect the soil?
Some of them do that, but very few.
I see.
And I'm not familiar exactly with which ones will and which ones won't. A lot of them will go to seed in the springtime, and then you've got to wait for them to seed right before they put their seed head out or whatever. Then you can go in there and crimp it and kill it that way. But by then you should already have a crop growing, and so it just doesn't work.
You're behind the game. You're behind the game. You should already have your own crop grown in there. Yeah.
And
just slows you down.
Going. But so it just doesn't work for us.
Yeah,
so.
And we're in the northern climates more, Washington State area.
Yeah, in the southeast part of the Washington State. And so it's kind of a high desert climate here. Really hot in the summer, pretty cold in the winter. Hot there in the daytime and cool at night. Fairly ideal place to garden. Not a lot of rain, pretty much rainless for most of the summer. So.
Have you used other types of mulch in the past?
Well, I've used compost. You could certainly, if you had enough compost, I would definitely put compost down before I ever put straw down.
Now, how deteriorated should the compost be when you use it?
Oh, pretty well finished.
Over here?
It could be like coarse compost where it's not quite all the way done. It's still got kind of chunks in the material. You could put this like this here. You could put this down as a mulch.
Pull some of that out here. It's kind of dark in there.
Okay, just grab a shovel full here and put it over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, you could put that on there, and you wouldn't have to totally cover the ground, but if you just put about like that, that would be plenty, and just cover your whole bed with that. That would be, in my opinion, far superior to using straw.
That would be superior to using straw.
You have a lot more value, nutrition in that than straw, and it would feed, because it would feed your soil, feed your microbes. And a lot of times I'll put stuff in my compost, like rock phosphate or something like that, just to get the phosphorus in there. And wood ashes, you can put that in there, and that'll give you the potassium for your fruit size. And so yeah, you can do add a lot of things to your compost, and then you're kind of doing two things at once. You put the compost on, you've already got all those additives, amendments in there, and I'll put it on at once.
So would you ever put compost and then add straw on top of it?
Sure.
Would that be even better?
Yeah, it'd be better yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we plan to do a video on compost. Check out our other videos we already did on soil amendments. We did some for growing tomatoes and also compost tea. So check out those videos, folks. And we plan to do, like I said, another one on compost at some point in the future. So let us know if that's something you'd like to see. Of course, subscribe, comment, give us a thumbs up. Hope you guys enjoyed this little quick video on mulching. Give us a comment down in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and remember, Jesus loves you. We'll see you the next time.